Good morning, millennials, and welcome back to The Toast. Happy Friday. Congratulations. It's honestly the energy in this room, and I have felt it since I woke up this morning, like the energy in your house is so somber, almost morose. It's like everybody knows that I'm leaving and they can't help but emulate sadness. So for me, like it doesn't really feel
like a fry yay.
Like I don't have that yay energy because like I said, that morose, somber feeling, it doesn't go away.
Is it feeling fry nay?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Well, I just want to say one thing. If you're watching on YouTube, like the aesthetic of today's video is like 6 months in the making.
It's unparalleled.
Because Bruno is here, of course, being mommy's angel, working hard, trying to book another trip to the Maldives, even though he's a Jew. Yeah. So that's going to be tough
Impossible.
for him. Impossible.
But he is the elk of dreamers. So Bruno's going to find a way to the Maldives.
Yes, Bruno is the elk of a dreamer. He never gives up on his dreams. But all that to say, Romeo's here today. This is his first time on the show.
It is. So Romeo has been in the house, the entire week. But for recording purposes, I always, put him in the crate. He could take a nap and I can really focus on my job. But it's Friday. It's our last day. He's been such a good boy, like bringing joy to millions here. The whole neighborhood is kind of talking about him. So I felt like he deserved, and we'll see how it goes.
And I feel like this is a good situation for him to be on the show. It's not like you're bringing him to the studio where if he's there, like you could always put him in the crate. So if Jackie starts talking and I disappear for 35 seconds, I'm putting Romeo in the crate. Or if there's a cut and you guys are like, what was cut out? I feel like that happens a lot when there's a cut in the show. There's so many reasons why we might have to cut the show. Like if there's a siren in the background or my Wi-Fi goes out sometimes and people really think there's tea.
We very, very rarely edit our episodes. So if there's
edit out something that was said.
Right. So if there's an abrupt cut, there's always people theorizing what we possibly said. More often than not, there's a police car outside my window making the loudest siren sound. So we just pause and wait for it to pass. Or Jackie's been having some Wi-Fi issues. So our FaceTime freezes. It's really not, every now and then we say something crazy that we're let's take out, but really not.
9 times out of 10, it's just a tech thing. Or you get a phone call, your exterminator's there.
Or I've been waiting for a delivery all day.
She's been waiting for a delivery.
So yes, the vibe in here is premium. I feel like today's episode, I'm going to be touching, I'm going to be moving around a lot because Romeo, of course, is my priority. I have to do the ads. I have my coffee. I'm also wearing my hair au naturale. I didn't even, sometimes I wear it natural, but I flat iron the top. I showered last night, went to bed with wet hair. And I'm just getting on a plane today. I was not blowing out my hair for the plane,
I understand, but I also feel like you forget that you are the kind of girl that has natural hair that should be worn. Growing up, you never had to do your hair. I had to do my hair every day in high school.
No, I didn't. I had nice.
How would you feel if you had to do your hair every day in high school?
I would feel horrible, dead ass, because I used to be able to wake up later than everyone.
Right.
And I forgot about.
And still, your hair looked better than mine, even though I did it.
But then I got to a place when we were on the breath, I never did my hair. And when I look back on those pictures, I'm seriously aghast.
But not because of your hair.
No, the hair is definitely a huge part of it. Everything else too, the mold, the chin, the clothes.
Your hair naturally is nice hair. Okay, maybe it's not perfection, coiffed, but you have beautiful hair.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
So it's all to say, you're not that brave.
I never said I was.
All to say.
I never said I was.
Bravery? I don't see her.
So Content Week at The Toast is coming to an end, but not without one more fabulous fucking episode. We've got Summer House Recap. Jackie and I got in bed together last night with a couple of sweet treats and watched the reunion.
And a couple of sweet boys.
The boys were there. The treats were there.
We really needed a live stream on us because we had commentary on every single thing everyone said. And I'll try to remember all of the strong thoughts that the episode elicited. But did you not feel that it elicited strong emotions?
I did. We kept pausing to have conversations. And yeah, Jackie made a great call. We needed a People's Couch live stream because we were just...
everything someone said, we're liar.
Yeah. No, we were really being crazy. It was really good.
It was good.
And then we also have Queenie and Weenie of the Week, our final segment of the week where we dole out the awards of Queenie of the Week and Weenie of the Week. And I'm excited for that.
Yeah, excited for that too.
And then, of course, the Fast Five and catching up with the girlies. But I fear Content Week is coming to a close. I would say, we had contented a little too close to the sun. I feel like every time I come down here, we focus really hard on getting Patreon episodes out.
Yeah.
And this week we were so focused on getting TikToks and Reels out. We didn't film any Patreon content.
It's true. I have a Patreon up my sleeve that I would have filmed this week, but you were here. So I'll film that. I'll film, no, but I mean, it's evergreen, sort of. Actually, it's kind of timely. You guys kind of need it like ASAP.
Right.
Also, I am going to this month do my sourdough redemption episode, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I've had 2 successful sourdoughs, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. And yeah, we were just kind of going viral. Like, don't mind us.
Don't mind us, though.
There was a lot that needed to be packaged into content around here. You know, you kind of came in with your
list.
No, with your like third person POV of like what's going on in my house.
Yeah.
And you needed to show the people because I can't see it from the inside. I'm too in it.
A lot of people say to me, you know, Claudia, the question I always get, if you weren't doing this, like what job would you be doing? And after this week, like I would want to be Jackie Oshry's social media manager. I think I would be so good, first of all.
You would be.
And yeah, I think it would benefit like everyone. So I officially have an answer to that question.
Like I think my life would benefit from a social media manager, but I couldn't just hire anyone. The reason why I don't have one is because like at present, there's no one who can do it better than me, but I feel comfortable saying like you're hired.
Yeah. I think I could bring a lot to the team.
I think as my personal assistant, just like overall, like home, like you're so like great.
Well, I don't want that job, but
executive assistant.
No, I like the social media. I don't want to be like picking up your laundry and stuff.
No, you don't have to do laundry, but like playing with the kids. That doesn't fall under social media manager.
No, that falls under auntie, and I wouldn't accept $1 for it.
And you wouldn't do it as my executive assistant.
Well,
like if I'm bake it into the role.
If I'm being salaried.
Like 30 minutes of
it doesn't feel right.
30 minutes of Hakuna Matata?
It doesn't feel right to, I would have to do it on my lunch break. Like it doesn't feel right to accept money.
Understood.
Oh, speaking of, I've read a ton of novels I'd like to share with the class. I read a couple more this morning.
And now you know why I thought it would be a good idea for a Patreon episode last month to do a book review of children's books because there's so much to talk about.
You did bring that up and I was seriously like, I laughed in your face. I'm like, no. But I actually have been doing that every day this week. Okay, yeah, great idea. Yesterday, I read a book that I feel like I knew in my bones. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. And I actually did not finish it.
It was a DNF.
It was a DNF. It's such a piece of shit.
Shite?
It makes literally no sense. It kind of feels like it was written by a schizophrenic. Like it's really, I don't know what the message, there was no message because there was no plot. There was no character development. Like it was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Then I read Brown Bear, Where Do You Go? Or whatever. What do you say? And let me tell you, it was repetitive. And I think it was a little below my reading level. I think it's for like real babies.
For sure. But repetition is good for children. Okay. Bear that in mind.
So while I didn't love it, I understood it. Like we saw each other.
You understood its purpose.
Yeah.
It has a place in the literary ecosystem for the children.
And then today I read The Sneetches and Other Tales. So
the other tales, throw them in the garbage.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Sneetches at present.
The Sneetches itself, I loved. Everything.
Rhyming,
from
the
rhyming, the message, the animation, the story of this star-bellied
Sylvester McBean and his monkey machine.
A story of capitalism, a story of supply and demand. I liked it a lot.
A story of trying to fit in when we're born to stand out. A story of we're all the same on the inside.
I liked it a lot.
Whether we have stars upon theirs or none upon theirs.
Then there were a couple of other stories in the back. Now, I didn't love the one with the pants and the lady who had a bunch of kids named Dave, but I did like the one about the Zacks. And I giggled at the last page when the Zacks didn't move. They built the highway over the Zacks. Like, that's funny. That's funny. Now, I would really ask that you please don't leave comments saying, well, did you know Dr. Seuss was an anti-Semite racist? Like, I'm sure he was. But the books are good. And I'm holding space for two truths. No, and I don't stand.
And it's like the books are in my life, not his like personal opinions and what like
politics.
The thing is, like, without the internet, I wouldn't even know that. I would just have the books.
And I think we would be better off, honestly, like, because I'm not over here like starting a Dr. Seuss fan club, but yeah, I might start a Zacks fan club.
I've already started a Sneetches fan club.
You are the president
of the Sneetches fan club. There is actually a spinoff called Counselor Snitch.
Yeah,
Counselor Sneetch.
By the way, maybe that's the next book, the next iteration. Counselor Sneetch.
Counselor Sneetches? I'll think about it, but I already got it up my sleeve. I already know what Camper's doing next summer.
It's so exciting. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I read. We played pickleball last night, just kind of hitting our activity goal, left, right, and center.
I crushed my activity goal.
Me too.
What's your calories for today? How many did they tell you to burn?
400.
450. They want me to do, so I'm going to have to go to the gym. Yeah. That's rough.
Well, now that I'm leaving, rip. You have all the time, back. And I will say, bringing this conversation full circle, we absolutely slayed the house down boots on our diet/health journeys this week. Like, right?
Right. No, I didn't do one thing that I wouldn't have done in terms of maybe that bag of pretzels last night during Summer House, 100 calories. It's fine.
You're fine. I almost went and got us frozen yogurt to like celebrate how good we were on our diets. But I didn't want to be a bad influence on you, you know?
Yeah, no. So you're welcome to come back anytime, knowing that we can do it together.
We can do it.
Together, we're stronger
than ever.
And we hit our activity goals, and we played pickleball, and goals were met.
It's been an amazing week. I hope you guys had an amazing week. And if you didn't, it's over. So like we can all be happy. Like Friday's truly the great equalizer.
For sure. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying like, I hope you guys had an amazing week. Like watching us have an amazing week. You know?
No, they have lives too.
No, I thought you meant like enjoying content week because people have been loving content week.
Of course they loved content week. But
it's for them.
And it genuinely pains me to say this, but like, you know, people who listen to the show, like they think about other things besides us, which is devastating.
I thought you were just saying like, I hope you guys enjoyed this week.
Oh, I know that. I know that they did.
From what we've put out, from our
I know that. I don't even need to say. Like
from
I know
the role we play in their lives.
No, we crushed it. I would love to make one more TikTok before we go,
and we still need to finish that one.
I know. And if you don't let me, I'm posting the one that you don't like.
Fair.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like it. I just think we could do better.
Okay. So we have that one, and I think I need to think of one more because like so much virality. I need to take.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of content, we did our photo shoot yesterday.
We did. Oh my God, in the 80-degree weather. Like I seriously was I like felt nauseous afterwards. But we got the shot.
We got the shots. Photoshopping soon. Just stay tuned for that. We have new merch coming this month. And like, I'm speechless over it. It's so sickening.
Yeah. No, the photos were like kind of like everything.
They were. So we won't tease too much. You'll see it all next week.
And before that, we've got the Fast Five. We've got Weenie of the Week. We've got Romeo. We've got Bronio.
We do have them. And so far, Ro.
I don't want to jinx it. I was going to say it.
Is up for the job.
Oh my God. And that's a perfect segue because do you know who the sponsor of today's show is?
Ro.
So.
He took out an ad.
Oh. Without further ado.
Without further ado, it is time for the Fast Five stories that you need to know.
And the Fast Five stories that you need to know are brought to you by Ro, who is the love of my life, but also a fabulous sponsor. Ro provides access to the most popular weight loss shots on the market. So as you guys know, I've been very vocal about my love for these medications. I had a fabulous experience with them, and I get a lot of questions about like where to start if you want to, you know, get started on your journey. The Ro Body Program pairs a weekly shot with healthy lifestyle changes so you can lose 15 to 20% of your weight in a year on average and actually keep it off. Over 200,000 people have already chosen Ro to help them lose weight. Ro Body Program members have support throughout the process. Their partners handle all the insurance paperwork to help you get your medication covered. If eligible for medication, patients have access to their provider on demand for any questions. I feel like whenever I get asked about my journey on one of these drugs, I end up going on like a spiel about how it's really such a disgrace that the drugs aren't more affordable and so inaccessible and people don't know where to start. And that's why I love Ro and the Ro Body Program, because if you head to their website, you'll be able to get started on everything. You don't need to make a million appointments. It's all done online and it's really, really fabulous. I'm a huge fan of it. So you can sign up online from the comfort of your own home. There's no scheduling. That means that you don't have to go to a doctor's appointment. There's no commute and no waiting rooms. So average weight loss is 15 to 20% in 1 year with healthy lifestyle changes. BMI and other eligibility criteria apply. Go to ro.co/toast. You'll sign up today and you'll just pay $99 for your first month and $145 a month after that. Medication costs are separate. That's ro.co/toast. Today's episode is also brought to you by Roback. You all know Roback, and we absolutely love their new women's line. Roback's women's hoodie and jogger sets are incredible. They're super soft, you can't take them off. They're incredibly comfortable. The fabric is literally called V-Soft because it is that soft. So whether it's a lazy day, we're out running errands, or recording our Peabody award-winning podcast, we love wearing our Roback hoodie and jogger sets. Get yourself a set and stay toasty all season. Jackie and I were a big fan of sets. You know, I think they're an amazing thing. I think you can look fabulous. You can look put together like a girl who didn't wake up 35 seconds ago. But it's super easy to get dressed. It's just a great way to look put together and most importantly, comfortable, because we're out here as businesswomen. We're out here as aunts. We're out here as mothers. We're out here as fur mamas. So That requires a lot, especially with our, activity goals. That requires a lot of movement, and it requires clothing to be comfortable. Their crew necks, the Swift crew necks, are super soft. We love a good crew neck. This might be the best one that we own. They also just restocked their active dress, which is made with their signature GTG technology. So you are able to keep your dress on when you're on the go and when you've got to go. It's genius. We don't know how they did it. They are made with lightweight, breathable fabrics that are designed to keep you comfortable while you're on the move. If you haven't already, it's time to try out some Rhoback. Use our code TOAST on Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's RHOBACK.com, 20% off. Hoodies, joggers, crew necks, more with code TOAST. Also, they have great men's stuff, so shop for the man in your life. Also, Father's Day coming up. Stay comfortable this spring with Rhoback. Today's episode is also brought to you by Nutrafol. I've been hauled as kind of like this vulnerable queen because I was super open about my hair thinning journey. Yes, after a dramatic weight loss, slay, I really I was shedding in my hair. I had a lot of scalp visibility and it was really scary. And I ended up doing Nutrafol. So many people recommended it to me. So many people I know had amazing experiences with it. I had amazing experience. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. So everyone's root causes of why they, might lose their hair or experience hair shedding is different. For me, it was a change in diet. It can be change in diet. It can be stress. It can be metabolism. It can be, of course, postpartum, prepartum, antepartum. That journey is a journey in and of its own. And Nutrafol is a hair growth routine made simple. You can purchase it online. There's no prescription required. Get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off their first month subscription and free shipping when they go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code THETOAST. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, Nutrafol.com, promo code THETOAST. Nutrafol.com, promo code THETOAST.
Thank you, the turd.
I don't know if I love that. I'm not gonna lie. Because people are always like, doesn't it bother you that your nickname is Duty? And no, I never associate it. But putting the really points to the duty, relation. And I don't like it.
Okay. I was just riffing off the toast.
No, I know. You love to riff, but you riffed a little too close to the sun.
Okay. But also I can't go with turtle. You're putting me in setting a lot of boundaries for me.
And you cannot put Jacqueline Follet in a box.
You can't.
I'm sorry. You know what? I take it back. Do your thing.
I'm feeling boxed in.
Do your thing.
Are you ready for our first story?
If I'm being honest, no, but sure.
You're ready for this one. Okay. Because it's some music news that's so exciting for us and fans of good music everywhere.
What is Kelly Clarkson doing?
Luke Combs has announced he's dropping a new album next Friday, so in a week from today, and it's called Fathers and Sons, and it's in celebration of Father's Day next weekend, and it's all about fathers and sons. His first single, The Man He Sees in Me, is out now, but the rest of the songs include these songs: Front Door Famous, In Case I Ain't Around, Huntin' by Yourself, Little Country Boys, Whoever You Turn Out to Be, Remember Him That Way, The Man He Sees in Me, All I Ever Do Is Leave, Plant a Seed, Ride Around Heaven, My Old Man Was Right, Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
No, I'm prepared to kill myself.
I'm going to cry just reading the track list.
And let me tell you what's so fabulous about this. Obviously, new Luke Combs music is amazing. Two, I love that he only gave us a 1 week lead time. That's a thing with the music industry. I can't get on board with, the 3-month promo for an album.
Or album drop today, you didn't get prepared.
You either get too much warning or zero. And I don't even like the zero warning because I do need to prepare.
Yeah. I need to clear my schedule.
But also, I feel like we're at this really interesting inflection point in country music. When you think about the biggest, stars, I think about Morgan Wallen, I think about Zach Bryan, and I feel like they're all really TikTok-y and Gen Z, and they're all kind of fighting for that audience. Whereas Luke is just over here embracing his millennial nature, and fatherhood obviously is a huge part of that. And I don't know, I just love that he's just kind of on his own level.
Yeah, no, he's not running that race. And even though it's good to have TikTok success, there are other people out. There's actually more people.
Right.
There are more people in the population who aren't Gen Z than there are Gen Z.
And they deserve good music too.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this.
Me too. It feels like it's going to be emotional.
Yeah.
And any song Luke has written about parenthood or about his parents, literally always makes me cry. What's the one?
Take You With Me.
Take You With Me. Even Though I'm Leaving, which is like about his dad. A little bit 4-Leaf Clover is like about his
family
parents,
life,
family.
5-Leaf Clover.
Anytime he like even references in a song like parenthood or his parents, like I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And he has this way of just putting words to these feelings we all feel, but we don't know how to say it, you know? I'm really looking forward to this. And yeah.
Me as well. And I hope for you guys as well.
And I just love, you know?
Yeah. Everything he does is just better than the last.
It's true. And it's like, it's literally too much emotionally.
I was just listening to, because I've like have this dearth of music. Like I just don't have what to listen to right now. So I was listening to my top songs of 2022. Not last year, like the
2022, okay.
year before. It just came up on my Tesla homepage on Spotify. And it was all Luke growing up the first.
Yeah.
Growing up the first. Middle of Summer. Like, forgot that was my favorite song.
How run in your memory.
So good.
You know what I've been listening to a lot, weirdly? I too feel a dearth. Like I don't know what to listen to. So I've recently been like diving into Keith Urban's catalog because when we saw him at that Austin Country Music Festival.
It made such an impact on you.
Well, I forgot he finished with this song, Wasted Time. And I was like, that's a song I used to listen to. So I like knew a couple of the words. But I was like, I need to get back into that song. And then I started just doing to the This Is Keith Urban. And I've been running to a bunch of his music. And that song, Wasted Time, like, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's funny. By the way, like, listen to the words. It's funny how the best days of my life were all that wasted time. Just like doing nothing with the people you love.
Yeah.
It's not, going to the Met Gala. Like, it's just the simple things. I'm a simple girl.
You are a simple girl. I didn't know when we were both like watching Keith Urban that you were like having
experiencing
this moment.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying to remember like artists that I'm like, go listen to them when you're looking for something to listen to, like Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah.
Never misses for me.
He's timeless to me.
Of course, Kelly. And then like Rascal Flatts and Lady A. I've been doing a lot of Lady A.
Rascal Flatts is kind of where you go when you have nowhere else to go. He's always there for us.
Yeah.
I've been listening to so much This Is Rascal Flatts on my Sonos.
So has Margot.
Yeah, I know. She copied me.
Story.
I was doing it before. I just wanted to say that.
It's just weird to have this like dearth of music. I feel like I'm always overwhelmed where it's like I'm not keeping up with what's new and there's so much to listen to. But I don't know, maybe because I'm a driver now.
You have all the time in the world.
Yeah. It makes you think. But I'm excited for this one.
Me too. And just thanks.
Thanks, Luke. He's so giving.
Truly.
Are you ready for our next story?
Yeah.
Which is some exciting news for Something About Her and kind of full circle.
Yeah.
Because Diane Keaton visited Something About Her, the place where Ariana Madix and Katie Maloney named a sandwich after her.
Oh, I didn't know that part. I just knew it was like Nancy Meyers coded.
Yeah, both. But there is a sandwich on the menu that's named after her, which I'm sure is why she went. But because the restaurant was like inspired by Nancy Meyers and that's so Diane Keaton, coastal grandmother, like it's very full circle.
Now, did she go because she watches Vanderpump Rules, or she's like, oh, there's this new sandwich shop with the sandwich? Like, does she know the larger context in the culture?
I'm sure. I don't think she just popped into a sandwich shop. Whether her assistant watches or someone was like, you need to go and take a picture. Like this will get headline news in a positive way for you. I think it was because also Katie's mom was there. I'm sure it was like a big day. Diane Keaton's coming.
I mean, that is a huge day.
Yeah. Who do you think are their other dream guests?
Nancy.
Diane? Nancy. I think they also have the Meg Ryan.
Okay.
Right? That's a sandwich on their menu.
I didn't know that either.
Let me look at the rest of their menu.
Let me think. So funny because oh my God, grandmother with the loud iPad.
Wow. See Something About Her menu.
What's so interesting to me is like the whole aesthetic of the restaurant, like Nancy Meyers Coastal Grand, is literally the antithesis of Katie Maloney's very clear and specific aesthetic.
It's true.
Which is like emo night vibes. Like,
yeah, this is like very feminine and swirly.
It's like the total opposite. I never put that together until now.
So they have the Diane, that's the first one. Then the Carrie.
The what?
The Diane.
The what?
Diane.
I think it's pronounced the Diane.
Oh, I'm like, I think I pronounced Diane right.
By the way, if you're looking for music to listen to, you should go listen to Cam.
Yeah. The Carrie, Washington. The Reese, as in Witherspoon.
Okay, what do these have to do with Nancy Meyers?
Well, no, I think it's just like great female actresses in a rom-com. I don't know what rom-com Carrie was in.
She's Scandal.
No, it's Carrie with a Y, so that's Washington, not Carrie with an I. That would be Russell.
Yeah.
Scandal, but like Scandal's not Nancy
Not
Meyers.
sandwichy.
Okay, yeah. Agreed. The Reese. So
she's
sure
like,
they would love for her to come through.
No, for sure. Okay, but Reese, she's just like a fabulous woman.
I think like leading ladies. Okay. This is all leading ladies.
What are they? Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Can I say all the names and then maybe they'll make sense to you as a group?
Yeah.
The Diane, the Kerry, the Reese, the Drew, the Kate, I believe as in Winslet, the Viola, the Nancy, the Meg.
So just actresses, it appears.
That's actresses, yeah.
But Katie and like, what's their obsession with actresses?
Like sandwich, like
what? Sandwich what?
I see it. Like something about her was inspired by like romantic movies.
It was?
Yes, Nancy Meyers. She makes movies.
Yeah, but it wasn't the
It looks like a sandwich
element.
shop out of a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're right.
And then the sandwiches are actresses.
Got it. Okay.
To me, I see it.
No, I get it.
Okay. Cool. Well,
that's very cool that Diane Keaton came.
It is. And hopefully more will come.
What's your favorite Diane Keaton movie?
I have to Google it. What's yours?
I mean, it's a toss-up because obviously the obvious answer is Something's Gotta Give. And like
For
that's
you.
Definitely up there. But it would be wrong to not say Because I Said So.
Yeah. Morning Glory.
Oh, shit.
Morning Glory, of course.
Wait, by the way.
Even though it's like not Diane Keaton. But no, she's amazing in it.
She's the star. A star.
She's a supporting actress. Morning Glory. Done.
Yeah, Morning Glory. Also The Godfather.
Yeah.
But she was actually annoying as fuck in The Godfather. It's like,
she's always kind of annoying as fuck.
No, but she's just like, so like, you're in the crime family. It's like, yeah, get over it. We kill people for a living. Grow up. Also can't forget Baby Boom, one of my favorites as well.
And Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
Does she play the mom?
She does. And I think I said this, but maybe a year ago during chili season, I made a concerted effort to watch all the Nancy Meyers movies I hadn't seen. And Father of the Bride was one of them. And this is going to ruffle a lot of feathers, but I said this already on the podcast, like, piece of shit. Like, such a bad movie. They actually didn't know that you could make me dislike Steve Martin, but here I was.
Well, I watched Father of the Bride when I was wedding planning. I was just like looking for something to watch. I was like, oh, I've never seen this. And yeah, I didn't like it either because I didn't watch it like in the formative period in my life and when it was a good movie of the time. I felt that way also about
Single Wives, First Wives Club, and she's in that, right? Yeah. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Jackie's right. There are movies like if you're our age that like are a core part of who you are. And if you don't watch them when you're young and impressionable, you watch it when you're old and like wise, you will think it's like, I'm sure some of our favorite movies, if somebody our age were to watch it right now, they'd be like, that's literally like a bad movie.
Yeah. Bratz.
Well, no, you can't say that about Bratz. That doesn't apply here, but yeah.
So, Yum. She went to something about her sandwiches.
Yum.
Our next story, Pat Sajak bids farewell to Wheel of Fortune in the first look at his final episode. Thank you for allowing me into your lives, he says. It was all just a game at first to Pat Sajak, but then it became something much more meaningful. The longtime Wheel of Fortune host's final episode heading the game show airs in just a few hours, and production has released a first look preview ahead of the broadcast in which he expresses his gratitude to his audience.
Yeah, and I saw this clip of Vanna. Like, it was nice. I don't know. Maybe it's because, I don't know, he's not dying or anything, but the way I feel like about Pat Sajak's departure and the way I felt about Alex Trebek's departure. Now, Alex Trebek was departing the planet and, Pat Sajak is just departing the set. But I don't know.
I feel like this should be a job for life. Like when I saw the headlines, his final episode, I was like, oh, right, rip. And then I realized like, no, he's just like moving on from the role. Like, I feel like it's like the Queen, once you have it. Same with Alex Trebek. Like,
the only reason to not show up for work is because you're dead.
Yeah, it's a job for life.
I don't disagree. And have they announced his replacement?
No, I'm sure it'll be a whole rigmarole.
And they'll land with nobody. What did they even end up doing on Jeopardy?
Ken Jennings and Mayim, but I think no more Mayim.
I think it's Ken, yeah. It's so funny like how many hoops they jumped through just to not immediately give it to Ken Jennings because he had old tweets about like the disabled.
And I think they were also sort of like loving the attention and being like, who's it going to be? We don't know. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be you, and like just leaving crumbs for everyone.
Maybe it'll be you.
They just like didn't want to make a choice because then that would make the fanfare over. But in turn, they just made everyone disinterested.
The girl boss a little too close to the sun.
Yeah. They didn't know. They overplayed their hand of interest.
Yeah, that's a great point. So hopefully they don't do that here, but the obvious choice. Did they not say that it was going to be Ryan Seacrest?
I was going to say, what's Ryan Seacrest taking over for? This?
Pat? Ryan Seacrest, Wheel of Fortune. We talk about so much like dumb, mindless news. Like it's really hard.
Like these shows are all the same.
Oh yeah, no, he is doing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't need that. What is it? Pop culture Wheel of Fortune? Like, no, stay in your lane.
I'm ready for the pop culture Wheel of Fortune spinoff.
Totally. Stay in your lanes because he has many.
Stay in your Tory lanes.
Tory lanes.
I think what you mean is stay in your Lanez.
Stay in your Lanez, Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, but like, bon voyage to Pat. I hope you enjoy your time off and whatever you choose to do next.
I know he like did the same job for 41 years and he showed up every single day, but like leaving now does feel lazy.
Yeah, no, because he like wants to like play golf, retire. Like
you can do that, by the way, and still host your 25-minute game show. It just seems like nobody wants to work these days.
It's so true, except Romeo.
Look at him; he's like dying to work. Gorgeous man. By the way, how cute is Romeo?
Bruno's already clocked out.
Look at this face now. Like now that I'm really out of the grief. Like Romeo has truly brought me back to life. Like I'm so in love, and he's such a good boy. First of all, he looks so much like Theo, right?
And he also looks like Bruno.
He's so gorgeous.
He is a gorgeous man.
I love him so much.
Oh, Ro.
I'm really happy. Like for real.
And he's had the best time here.
And he's been so good. And I can say this because I know my husband nor yours listens to the podcast. I was thinking today when I took Romeo out for his morning dump, I'm like, my good boy didn't embarrass me. He did not have one accident.
I was thinking that last night.
In your house. He's such a good boy. I'm getting ready this morning. Jackie texts me, there's a poop in the guest room. But better than a pee because it was on the carpet. So
yeah. No, totally fine. And he's really been great. The kids love him. He's really been keeping them on their toes.
The kids love him. They're like, seriously, they're like, I want to play with Romeo. I want to play with Romeo. I'm like, okay, but don't start running because
then he'll chase you and jump on you.
But their idea of playing with Romeo is running. So they start running in the backyard. Romeo thinks we're playing. He's running. And then they're getting chased and they're screaming, crying. Hey, put Romeo away. Put Romeo away. It's like you started with him.
And then you know what they say after that? I love Bruno.
No, and then they say, I don't want Romeo to hurt me.
I don't want Romeo to hurt me.
And I'm like, well, you gaslit him, so.
But it's really made them appreciate Bruno for what and who he is and just being this like calm force in their life.
Yeah.
But then they also have this love and admiration for Romeo, who's like their new fun
and games.
Yeah. So there's space for everyone. Yeah. Oh, Ro. Oh, Ro. Oh, Bruno pretending like he doesn't hear me.
Literally.
Okay, ready for our next story? Mm-hmm. Major news for people who watch Traitors, but
yes,
the cast of the new season of Traitors came out, and one person in particular has everyone in a tizzy.
Sandoval. Or Sam Asghari.
Okay. We kind of knew Sandoval was going to be on Traitors, right?
No.
Isn't that what he was filming?
No, that was that other show.
Oh, like Armed Forces.
What was it? Wait, no, I'm going to get it. Hold on.
Like
Blank Forces.
Special Forces.
Got it.
Yeah. And then he also filmed Traitors. And Sam Asghari, who's Britney Spears' ex-husband, is also on the season.
He's like the only person. There's like a specific resume you need to have in order to be cast on the show. And it's a Peacock show, but they come from all different networks, you know, Survivor, Big Brother, Bravo, of course, The Bachelor.
Most of them have been reality stars.
All.
I'm sure there's been like one or two that aren't in some way.
Honestly, no. I think the whole premise is that like
I think it started.
It's a reality show kind of competition.
Yeah.
So yeah, for it to be someone who's not in this space is weird, but for it to be someone who is literally married to Britney Spears is even weirder.
Yes, but Page Six is reporting why Sam Asghari can't talk about Britney on the Traitors. They're told the actor signed a non-disclosure agreement years ago that bars him from going into detail about his marriage to Britney. However, contrary to a newer TMZ report claiming that Sam is not allowed to say anything negative or positive about her, a source tells Page Six exclusively that there is not a complete ban, and also points out that the model has publicly spoken about his former spouse since their divorce. He had said it was a blessing to share life with someone for so long. People grow apart and move on. But overall, he probably won't be talking about Britney all day long on the show because he signed an NDA.
I happen to really I don't watch Traitors actually. I started it and it's just like, it wasn't for me. Not that means that it's bad. It's just like, I'm not into like competition, whatever. But I really like that it gives like a second life to reality stars. Cause you know, you can't be the name on everybody's lips forever. And there's so many, I think, like talented, funny people who kind of like just fade a little bit given the nature of reality TV. So I love that it like reminds people how fabulous Phaedra was. Like she really had a whole new career after Traitors. Same with Mercedes Javid. Like I love that about Traitors. So there are people on this cast who I feel are worthy of that sort of renaissance that the show gives. Personally, like I don't need more Sam Asghari in my life. I don't need more Tom Sandoval in my life. But run through the cast and let's just give it a quick
evaluate.
One over.
Okay. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
Okay. Traitors season 3 cast is Bob Harper from Biggest Loser.
Oh my God. Okay. Bob Harper. It's so funny. I loved The Biggest Loser growing up. And I know like we live in times where that's just like not acceptable, but they need to bring that show back. And it's crazy how Bob Harper became like this king because Jillian Michaels like is the woat. Like she's always starting stuff and now she's like anti-Ozempic. So I'm anti-Jillian.
Oh, is she?
Hugely. It's lazy. Like she's being crazy. I mean, what do you expect from literally like Jillian Michaels? She seems like a nut, but like it's really making me hate her.
Oh, that's so interesting. Then Bob the drag queen who won season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Brittany Haynes from Big Brother. Chanel Ayan from Real Housewives of Dubai. Caroline Weiger from Survivor. Chrishell.
Oh.
Sierra Miller from Summer House.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially after last night.
Especially after last
I hope
night.
she found love and is married from someone she met on Traitors. Maybe we'll find their name here. Sam Asghari. Danielle Reyes from Big Brother. Dolores Catania, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Dorinda Medley, Real Housewives of New York. Dylan Efron, Zac Efron's brother for Sierra.
I could see it.
Gabby Windy from The Bachelorette. Jeremy Collins from Survivor. Lord Ivor Mountbatten, a British royal for Sierra.
Mountbatten?
Mountbatten.
Related to Philip.
Yeah. And all of them.
That's really crazy.
That is crazy. Nikki Garcia, formerly Nikki Bella. Boston Rob Mariano from Survivor. Robin Dixon, Real Housewives of Potomac.
Obsessed.
Tom Sandoval, Sam Asghari. Tony Vlachos from Survivor. Wells from The Bachelor. And that's it.
That's a big
Do
cast.
people fall in love on this show ever? It doesn't.
No.
I'm not getting that vibe.
It's only the 3rd season, but
and
no.
like everyone's in different ages.
I think there was a couple.
Who?
I didn't know either of them.
I'm on my way. Traitors.
From season 2 Traitors Romance. I think it was a girl from Love Island. Or I'm like totally making this up. Like sometimes I just like think of things like that didn't happen.
Love Island.
No, wait, don't write Love Island. That might fuck with your
Traitors Romance.
couple. Right, couple.
Season 2 couple. Peter Weber and Love Island's Ekin Sue.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean, leave it to him. So cute. Okay, so maybe we'll have love this season.
I know.
That is so cute. Okay, so yeah, Traitors season 3. Like, that sounds like a good cast.
Yeah. Happy for the Traitors fans. Like they've been,
excited about this.
Yeah, lots of talk.
Lots of talk. Are you ready for our 5th and final story? A little culture news.
Yes.
Because Gen Z women are detailing the new craze for a boyfriend this summer. We used to have Short King, and then there was like, I'm looking for a guy in
what are we looking
finance.
for this summer?
We're looking for a sexy rat. Gen Z has spoken and the hot rodent man is in, and they don't want him fumigated. The concept of the hot rodent man might sound foreign to anyone who has ever worn skinny jeans, but is a term for young people.
Like, that's rude.
Yeah. It's a term for young people used to describe a hipster. A hot rodent man can also be known as a sexy rat boyfriend. They want the hot rodent men, and they're very vocal about it online. Someone said hot rodent summer, rise of the hot rodent. Now, let me describe what a hot rodent or a sexy rat is.
Because I'm really getting over, like, coming up with phrases and new words for things that already exist.
For sure. We probably have our own word for it, but this is what Gen Z is calling a sexy rat. It is essentially a lanky man or someone more bulky. So lank, not bulk.
So skinny.
Skinny. It's someone with sunken eyes and pale skin that scurries around instead of walking with purpose. Essentially, it's the opposite of a finance bro. So Johnny Depp in the late 90s is a prime example of a hot rodent. He wasn't Brad Pitt.
I get it.
He was still gorgeous, but he looked more afraid of vitamin C.
More sunken in, yeah.
It's
very
a word
Edward Cullen coded.
It's a word to describe, but he's also like a
Huge.
little bulk. I think he toes the line. It's a word to describe someone who is not conventionally handsome, but still hot. So while Chris Hemsworth is conventionally perfect, someone like Maddie Healy would be a sexy rodent.
Yeah. You know who else? And I think a lot of people are talking about him. Did you watch Sabrina Carpenter's new music video? Please, please, please.
No, but I listened to the song, and it's about Barry Keoghan.
Well, he's in, I don't know if it's about him, but
Well, it's about an actor, like, that she's dating. Like, please, like, be good, like, decent.
So he's in the music video.
Cute. Life imitating art.
Yeah, so it's like she gets thrown in the junk tank one night, and she like locks eyes with this like career criminal, and she keeps bailing him out of jail, and like they like and they like ride around, and he like keeps going back to jail, and she's like, please stop doing bad things, but she's always there to pick him up in a fur coat. She looks so sick, and a lot of people are like, oh, I get it. I understand the Barry Keoghan of it all. Like, he was like this hot felon in the music video, and people are like, I'm finally seeing it, like what Sabrina sees. And I do think he might be a hot rodent.
You think?
He's a little bulky, actually. He's not skinny.
I feel like the sexiest rodent that there is Timothée Chalamet.
Yes.
He's king of sexy rodents.
So I'm now here to understand, like rodent is just the opposite of my type. Like, I like conventionally hot, sunlit, men who eat.
Yeah, I think Travis Barker is a sexy rodent.
Yep.
Someone said you should want to date Stuart Little.
Okay, wait, this is so funny to me because I just saw this TikTok that I was going to send to you.
I think this Jeremy Allen White is a sexy rodent.
No.
And look at this picture. He has rodent like, I think he goes into the sun.
He only has sunken in eyes, but he's beefy as hell.
Is he? Doesn't he play in that show, The Beef?
It's not called The Beef. By the way, did you see Ballerina Farm is pregnant with her 8th child?
What?
Yes, it came up on my TikTok
9th.
today. 8th. She posted a picture. 2 million views. 8th baby, heart. And she looks like pretty far along.
Wait, that's Claudia. She just gave birth.
Yeah, I'm aware. Mrs. USA.
Hold on.
Okay, and then you just reminded me I wanted to play this TikTok for everyone. It was so funny.
How are you breaking ballerina news to me?
Oh, yeah. I've been in the Chadwifing home a little too long.
Claudia, she hasn't posted to her Instagram.
It's on TikTok.
Claudia, she hasn't posted it on Instagram. Are you sure it's not like her pregnancy announcement from her last baby? Like, there's literally no way.
Okay, here we go. Gaslighting me. Ballerina Farm. Oh, wait.
Like, I'm up on her cycle.
I realized this account with 400,000 followers is called Ballerina Farm Fan.
I've hacked into her natural cycles. I know she's not pregnant.
Okay, but wait. It said 8th baby.
Yeah, that was when that's her last baby. Like, this is they're just like recycling old content.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Honestly, like, I wasn't ready.
Let me unfollow this fan account that spreads fake news.
It's not fake news. It's just like out of time news. Like,
okay, well, I wanted to play this TikTok. My literal new favorite person, this guy Cameron on TikTok, he put to words so perfectly like how I feel about, what's it called?
Hot rodents.
While I'm on my high horse complaining, let me say this. Stop giving things that already have a name new names. It already has a name. Talk about some, oh my gosh, you guys, I have the best hack to stay organized. It's called time blocking. Bitch, you made a schedule. This ain't nothing new. You made a schedule.
No, I can't. Like, Strawberry Girl Summer. Like, stop.
Yeah, time blocking. That's
time.
good.
Like, that's a perfect example. Time blocking. Like, here's a hack. It's literally just called writing things down to make a schedule.
Right. So what would you call the hot rodent?
Bad taste in men. No, I'm kidding.
What we would say, like, hipster.
Emo. Like, it exists. Like, skinny guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so hot rodent summer.
Having said that, like, I see what they're saying. It's not my type, but I'm glad that we have, coming up with a new word for it. Mm-hmm. And like, at least it was like different. Like Short King Summer was like, I think it was actually fall, but it was innovative. Like, it was different. Like, everybody has been clowning on short guys forever. It's like, no, let's embrace.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like this moody, artsy, like, it's been done,
Yeah.
It's been done.
So that's what the kids are up to, and those were the Fast Five.
And we're going to dive into our Summer House recap and, of course, our Queenie and Weenie of the week. So the latter half of the show is brought to you by L'Oreal Paris. So specifically, the L'Oreal Paris Lash Paradise Mascara. If you are in the market for a new mascara that's fabulous, but, affordable and that really works, check out L'Oreal Paris's Lash Paradise Mascara from L'Oreal Paris. It gives so much volume and length. It is perfect for that done-up eye look. If you're going out, you want a big smoky eye, perhaps a winged liner, and you need a big glamorous lash. It's perfect for that, but it's also perfect for me. Like, I think during daytime, I'm really into like a more subtle eye look, but big lashes. And the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara is fabulous for that. So whether you're doing the clean girl look, this is perfect for what we were just talking about, the mob wife look, all these looks that existed, but now we're giving names to. Clean girl makeup, mob wife makeup. If you're going for a bold look, something more done up, that's really the style that's in right now. The Lash Paradise is the staple for that trending look. The intense volume and length of the Lash Paradise will give you luxe level lashes. The fluffy bristle brush gives fuller looking lashes instantly. It's a perfect mascara and lash look for day and tonight. It's lasting all day, so you can drop the falsies, drop that toxic glue, and the Lash Paradise Mascara is going to give you all the drama that you could possibly need for your lashes. You can order Lash Paradise now on Amazon. So the brand, it's from L'Oreal Paris. The name of the mascara is the Lash Paradise Mascara. You could shop it now on Amazon. Today's episode is also brought to you by Hill House Home. Hill House Home invented the viral nap dress, which has the most flattering and comfortable fit with their signature smocking. Hill House is the brand and the ultimate destination for dress girls, with the perfect dresses for the summer season, whether you've got a wedding, a vacation, or you just need something comfortable to survive the heat in. Hill House Home makes fun fashion that makes you feel good, and one of our favorite things about Hill House dresses is how easy and versatile they are. You could wear the same dress that you'd wear running errands during the day to a party or a nicer occasion. You can also wear it to work all summer long. It's a celeb-loved brand. Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, everyone's been spotted in Hill House, and their commitment to comfort and style applies to all categories. I've been in my robe girl era, if we're making up things now. I got this robe from Hill House Home that says charity on it. Obsessed. I never was a robe girl, which is so crazy because I'm so like roby, you would think.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this robe. My pajamas from Hill House Home. Like the home stuff, I'm obsessed with. Yeah. They've got something for everyone. Like if you're into dresses, nap dresses, I feel like that's so cool. Like everyone's obsessed. It's so ballerina,
It is.
Hill House Home is just the destination to go. They've got, pajamas made from the same cotton fabric as their baby onesies, so you'll really, be sleeping like a baby. Bathrobes, pajamas, super soft, perfect for that getting ready moment. What were you? Oh, you came in
my pajamas.
So cute,
so cute. And my robe that they sent me is in that pattern of the flowers.
Cute,
so cute.
No, Jackie came into the kitchen for breakfast, like in this cute little cute ass set of pajamas. And I was like, where's that from? She was like, Hill House Home. You get 15% off your order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com. Use our code TOAST15. Again, that's code TOAST15 for 15% off your order at hillhousehome.com.
Thank you, La.
You're welcome. All right, Summer House first, correct?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So overall thoughts, and then we'll get into specific conversations, is I feel as though the reunion so far is being mismanaged.
I agree. Jackie and I we're taking so much umbrage with Andy's bad line of questioning, his bad faith actorness. I feel like he really came in wanting to gotcha Lindsay.
Yeah, and he was jumping all over the place. I actually didn't even expect that we would get to Lindsay and Carl until part 3. That's usually what they do, just like with Sandoval. But we open with Lindsay and Carl. Then he asks Sierra a question about Wes. She gives an answer that obviously is loaded, leads to more questioning, and he's like, we'll get back to it. So it's why did you ask that one question to begin with at that time?
I feel like maybe it wasn't Andy. I feel like it was edited poorly because Andy's actually been known to be, very good at his job. And it did feel like there was just somebody would say something very loaded and we just left it hanging there. And that's not really Andy's style. He's kind of like a leech, he'll go in. So I feel like it was edited poorly because you were also remarking, a lot of people are clowning on Danielle for her hair and makeup because it looks so crazy.
People are saying that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's so poorly lit.
Yeah.
I don't think she was actually wearing that much blush. I think seriously, there's shadows all over her face.
Yeah.
And a couple of people look like they're lit poorly.
Yeah, I think the further away you are from Andy, the worse your lighting is. So I think Danielle's is the worst. Jessie Solomon had a little bit of weirdness.
And Paige had also a big shadow on her face.
Right. And then everyone gets better from there. The other side, because Gabby was on the end of the other couch and she looked perfection.
Oh my God,
they had
Gabby.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel like Gabby hasn't been a real conversation piece throughout this season. I feel like she's kind of slipping through the cracks as just Lindsay's mouthpiece. And while she was being Lindsay's mouthpiece last night, she first of all looked so insane. Her body, I died. She really came, I don't know what her goal was, but she came to get airtime and she did. And I thought she was spitting fucking facts.
Oh, I didn't even think she was coming to get airtime sort of way.
I don't mean that negatively, by the way.
No, I loved everything that she had to say. I feel like when it comes to someone's relationship, there are things sometimes it's emotional to talk about, and you need your friend to speak up for you, like Paige and Sierra. Paige was technically being Sierra's mouthpiece. Good, that's what a friend does. And I was happy for Lindsay that she has a friend like Gabby to do that for her. Because of course, Danielle isn't gonna do that because she's more interested in like what the guys think about her. But I thought, so the outline of the reunion was frustrating to follow. We were jumping around a lot. I felt like Andy's questions were like meant to be gotcha towards Lindsay, because I do feel like he aligns himself. When there's a show that is men and women, he really favors the men. That's just a fact. We've said it like since the beginning. You can see it like on Southern Charm, on Vanderpump Rules. And he's like being buddy with Carl and Kyle. But like Lindsay, to me last night, like was completely on point in everything she had to say in her relation. Everything she had to say, period. The only thing that I need more clarity on is that thing with Paige in the photo shoot.
Yeah.
That makes me sad that they're not getting along, because I really liked when they were getting along this summer. And I just want to say, I'm sure there's more to the story and why they didn't show us more of that and they left it so confusing. But like pretty much Paige heard from Carl this conversation he overheard of Lindsay's. Like, one, Carl is a liar. We saw that when he said Lindsay wouldn't let Kyle be my best man. Or two, even when he's not lying, he's so confused because he colors everything with his feelings on top of it. Maybe he felt like he heard Lindsay saying she wanted to sabotage your photo shoot. Like, Paige couldn't have just taken Carl's word, because Carl's word means nothing. But I know Paige is like, she probably didn't, but they didn't tell us anything.
The annoying thing is that Carl's word like still carries weight in the group, even though, and maybe it's just because we're watching it now like a year out, like Carl is such a liar. And when he got called out in a lie last night, literally for the groomsman thing, or even the fight that they had, that was interesting, before they broke up on camera. She came into that bedroom and was like, Carl, why are we filming? And they got into this huge explosive fight. And he was like, yeah, I was very angry. And he got called out again. He got called out for being a liar so many times. And then his way of reconciling that was like, well, that's how I experienced it. That's what my feelings were.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like Lindsay didn't say that Kyle couldn't be a groomsman, but I felt like she felt that way. When it's like, Lindsay is fucking clear about how she feels. Yeah. She's not someone who's like passive aggressive. If she needs to be, she's just straight up aggressive. And so when she was like, that morning I asked, why are we filming? You started shouting at me. And he was like, you were shouting at me. And it's like, no, you were shouting at her. Why were you shouting at me?
Yeah, and it was bothering me that like Carl's is still having an impact on like what Paige and like his words still, it means nothing to me. He's such a crazy liar. And I think part of it is like, yes, he is lying because I do think he wants to make his fiance look bad, but I also think he lives in like a deranged, like I think he's delusional. I think sometimes he says things and he really believes them to be true.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like everything's like colored by his feelings, which is why you just like can't take his word at face value. So I don't know what happened with the photo shoot and Lindsay, but I also feel like we saw this a year ago at the reunion where Lindsay's accused of something. She said, I didn't do it. She doesn't offer proof to why she didn't do it or who did it instead, but it just kind of sits there as this like hindrance and this hindrance in her friendships. And then the truth comes out. So I'm kind of leaving space for that, where it's like, I don't know what happened at this photo shoot, but like maybe we should believe Lindsay a little bit for a second. Maybe it's not exactly what she was accused of, just like with...
That's an amazing comparison.
Article about Craig being drunk at the wedding.
I'm so excited we're talking about that because, first of all, Danielle is the worst person on this cast, and she has been for a while. But the fact that she, first of all, sat through last year's reunion where there was this whole conversation about Lindsay being accused of something, and it's like, she literally did it. And then last night, she admitted that she did it. How everyone doesn't run from her, like you're all in the public eye, and one of you just admitted to being a leak. Which is like the worst thing you can be, seriously.
Right.
Like you want someone like that around you. You have to live in a house for a summer with that person. Like to me, the fact that she admitted it was so crazy. The fact that she had the absolute gall to be mad at Lindsay for throwing her under the bus when Lindsay wasn't even mad at her for letting Lindsay take the fall.
Right.
Literally, Lindsay got dragged last season during the reunion, and actually, I literally believed that she did it. That's how like everyone was just like, you did it, Lindsay, we know. The fact that Danielle let her do that and had the absolute audacity to get mad at, like, seriously, I agree. And why is it wrong for Lindsay to want to clear her name? Everyone was like mad at her last night for that.
Right. No, she should continue to have issues with Paige and just for Danielle. And then Danielle, like, I feel a little bad for Danielle because like, I feel like with these girls, like she's a little out of her league in terms of like level of
fighting and
just like
words.
Yeah. And maybe that's why she gravitates towards the guys a little bit, because it's just like a more casual environment where the bar isn't so high. Like every single one
Paige
of them.
Was slaying the house down.
Paige, like at the end when Paige was defending Sierra, it was just like, I'm deceased on the floor. Wes, like, I'm sorry, do you even get a season 2? Why don't you take your New York Times article and put it in the shredder and then make a duty on it, because it means nothing at this point because Paige just eviscerated you. So
when Paige said to Danielle, I don't hate you, I just see you. Ooh.
So I feel like Paige is just like on this level. Lindsay is an alpha
She knows how to argue.
She's on that level. Ciara is so strong and so confident in who she is. And then we have Gabby, who is the same way. And like, just she doesn't say much all the time. Like when she does, like, you better be listening.
No, and she's, you might not agree with her, but then she says her side and you're like, oh no, totally.
Yeah.
She's convincing.
Just Danielle, like,
doesn't possess the vernacular that she thinks she possesses.
It's really true. So it was just like
painful.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. That Craig thing like actually really bothered me.
And then for Danielle to say, well, I was waiting for you to bring it up to me. Like, first of all, we all had a conversation about it, and the time to speak about it was last year at the reunion. But you like sat in the corner and like cowered and let Lindsay take the fall. So now that Paige knows it was you, it's on Paige to go to you and say something to you about it. Like, what's to say? I know the truth.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. Like, Paige doesn't really, that's what she was saying. She doesn't hate Danielle. She doesn't consider Danielle.
Yeah.
So why would I have a conversation? Like, I literally don't even know you. Like, it's not someone that Paige cares about enough to even have the conversation. I think that's what bothers Danielle the most, because Paige having this big piece of information about Danielle in the context of a TV show and not sitting her down to like, it's like, you're not a relevant cast member enough or not even a relevant friend enough for me to have that conversation. And that probably hurts more than someone disliking you.
Yeah.
It's like, it isn't love, it isn't hate. It's just indifference.
And Danielle can be upset about that, but that's what she's doing to Amanda. That's what she did to Amanda this season. Not even like when they were the two left in the conversation, she walked out of the room, like she has those feelings about other people too. So you can't even be mad about it.
Yeah. I love that the first person to criticize Kyle Cook is Amanda Batula. Like that to me is one of my favorite qualities about her, because she's so level-headed and she's so fabulous. And he's just like awful, like just an oaf and really just like mean too. And he's always wrong. And that must be tough because, you know, you want to be a good partner, but you also want to be a good reality star. Mm-hmm. And you also want people to know like you're not like that too. So I love that when the groomsmen conversation, she chimed in at the end and was like, by the way, if you did say, and I'm not saying that you did, but if you did say, I want Kyle nowhere near this wedding, like I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like that fight was so stupid because she didn't say that. But even if she did, she would have been 1000% justified.
Right. And Andy like being like, oh, well, you just said.
Yep. He tried to say like gotcha.
No, first of all, I understood it when they spoke about it on the season. Lindsay never said Kyle can't be this or that, but it was her idea that they'd be flower boys so as to include the summer house boys in the procession. So then Carl takes it as Lindsay wanted you to be the flower boy. Like that is so misleading and such a lie. Okay, so you didn't understand it during the season and now she's explaining it again. And he's like, so you did say. I'm like, are we all speaking the same language?
No, it was really, that part was frustrating. She couldn't have been
more clear. And it's not even like Carl was contradicting her, being like, no, you said I couldn't have him. I'm sure she was just like, Carl was like all over the place. She's probably just like, I want you to be happy. Do what you want. Just hit 9.
I also think Lindsay was just like so happy to be getting married because that's something she's like been vocal about wanting.
And you can't pick every battle like that. And I think she's pretty good about that. I think the one thing sticking point for her was like her husband's career, and that's always going to be something we're going to have to talk about.
Yeah.
But everything else, she was really letting everything else go this season.
I know, and I think people were like shocked by that, but I think she was just like happy, even though the relationship like was not in a great place. I think she like really loved Carl and was just happy to be getting married. And yeah, they had problems, but she wasn't worried about it. Like we were gonna fix it.
Yeah, and like these are our problems of today, and relationships change, and anyone's fortune could change on a dime. He could have a great job, and then this goes by the wayside, and maybe we could go back to being the friends that we've been for 8 years. And I also feel like it's frustrating, the reunion in hindsight, because everyone's like, I'm so glad you didn't get married. And because they're former fiancés, like they're saying really nasty things to each other, which is like proving why they shouldn't get married, right? But if any other couple was having, like if Kyle and Amanda wound up not getting married,
we would have had the same conversation at that reunion.
Andy would have been like, I'm so glad you guys didn't get married, even though they clearly should be married. They are married. And then if they were no longer together, they would be like saying really nasty stuff about each other, and everyone would be like, you see, you shouldn't have gotten married.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's only because you didn't get married.
Yeah. The last quarter of the reunion was so jaw-dropping.
West.
We got like an update on what happened between Ciara and West. And while that was interesting to me, the absolute, like West from the get-go became just beloved by the audience, the New York Times, for not really doing much. It was very classic. Like a woman is out here doing so much. Like, could Paige be doing more? Where's her spread, you know? And West just like shows up and like has a mullet, looks a little different and acts funny. And it's like, America's sweetheart. And to reach that level of like universal belovedness that people on that show have been like striving for years, to squander it so quickly.
And I was saying here like last week, let's see how he does second season. He couldn't even hack a reunion without fumbling. I've never seen such a fumble. And what's so crazy is he like outlined his whole off season to prepare for the season and the show. And so he's clearly very conscious of how he's going to come off and very conscious of the fame and like looking forward to embracing the opportunities, which there's nothing wrong with that. No. But that he would be so aware of all of it and then completely shit the bed.
No, and Paige said it best. Like the fact that you made real life decisions based on the cameras, like that speaks to like a real, like she didn't say this, but that's how I feel. And I feel that way about all different, like not even just reality stars. Like when you start living your life for how people are going to perceive it because you have like a platform or whatever, like you have lost the plot. You have completely given up. And it speaks like a real, I think, moral depravity that you care more about what people think than your own happiness. And the fact that he was, and the speech Ciara gave about how she's like a little bit more traditional. She's not looking for notches in her bedpost. Like sex to her like is a big deal. It was so groundbreaking, like because we live in a culture where it's like, and I think it was born out of like, you shouldn't be shamed for having multiple. But then it was like if you aren't sexy and out there like that, it's like what's wrong with you? And there's not really like a platform for women who are more reserved sexually and traditional in that sense. And for Ciara to be out there looking so sexy and saying these things, I was really moved by it.
Yeah.
Because nobody says that. It's not like cool to be like virginal. Not that she's a virgin.
But I also feel like in the culture it's two extremes. Like either you're a celibate virgin, Colton Underwood on The Bachelor, virgin, or, I'm liberated and this, I'm free. And there's not really some people or a lot of role models in the middle who are like, yeah, I'm modern, but I'm traditional in a lot of ways. And I thought she made her feelings and herself so understood.
And I didn't know that about her.
Right. I didn't know that about her either. But like, why would we? And it also really bothered me that Andy kept like and now we know this about her. And we know it from the whole season. And Andy's asking if they've had sex. Like, this is national TV. Like, this girl clearly, it was a huge deal for her. Like, we can all surmise.
It was disgusting.
That they did have sex. But like, to make her talk about it and admit it, like, just felt so unnecessary. And it's like, are you not hearing her when she says that she has this boundary?
Yeah.
Like, why do everyone in the cast is held to this standard of, or should be held to the standard of like what Jesse Solomon shouldn't have asked her that night, and he shouldn't have. But Andy, like, you're the adult in the room. Why are you asking her? We fucking know.
No, it's true. Like, they dated, and I was really surprised to hear like the lengths at which they dated, like going home to the farm, meeting the parents, going to a wedding together, the brother, and I can't believe they did all that, even not being like defined as boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, and to me, like, West, I feel like maybe it was a clip from like Vile Files where they were talking about him on the season. They were like, he's like the modern man, like this guy who's like fun and this and that, and he likes, but he won't really commit, and like, and I feel like he is that, and it's such a negative thing. Like, he's just there to have fun. Like, grow up. Yeah. Like, how old are you? What have you done? Like, make a choice. Like, this is a good woman. Like, be serious. And by the way,
if he did want to just have fun, whatever, that's like fine. But Ciara sharing that they had that conversation offline, off camera, after the horseback riding thing, being like, listen, if you do just want this to be like a summer fling, fun, whatever, just like, I'm totally fine with that, but like, just let me know now. Like, this is the time. And he said no.
No, because
that's misleading.
No, because he still wanted fun with Ciara. And so Jesse Solomon's point of being like, he was seeing it out, and like, you can't just like have fun at no expense. Like, when there's people involved in people's emotions, especially someone who's been very clear about like
their boundaries
and not wanting to like fall into something that she's not gonna be able to come out of. And so just to like do everything for the sake of fun, like, seriously, grow up. Like, we're grown-ups. These are people's real lives. And like, at a certain point, relations
matter more.
No, and it's like, you can't just have fun with someone and fuck around and be my boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know what we are for the rest of our lives. Like, and to do that for 5 months total is way too long. To be with each other every single day and meet the parents and go to the wedding and still say, well, I don't think we were boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, yeah, you were.
Yeah, no, and that was weird.
When people like can't recognize, it's like, that's called a relationship. And by the way, it is fun. You think we can't be in a relationship because you want to have fun, but like, this
how much fun did we have at that wedding?
This fun is the relationship.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's such a symbol of like modern dating, and how like it's gotten really
dark.
Yeah, and just everyone's interested in having fun. Like, not everything is supposed to be all fun all the time.
No, and the like PR for relationships being boring and bad. No, that's what Ciara was saying. Like, it's fun.
Yeah. And they could have just done more of this. And so then him saying that he broke up with her because
for watch parties.
For watch parties. Oh,
I still didn't understand at all what he was saying. Do you?
I think what he was trying to say, I don't know what he means in his heart, why he actually broke up with her, because I think it had more to do with like, I want to have fun. I think he's commitment phobic for sure. But I think what he wanted us to understand is like, he felt like when the show came out, he would be doing like watch parties and stuff. And if he was with Sierra, then like someone might say, oh, he had his arm around me at the, it would cause all this like drama for him to be like a public figure in a female space while he has a girlfriend. But it's like, Bravo has been going on, this show has been going on for what, 7 years. Bravo's been doing this for 10, 15 years. Like everyone goes to watch parties. Plenty of people are in relationships. And Paige was like, you're talking to the wrong audience. We all understand. Amanda was like, Kyle goes to Loverboy parties all the time. Like you're seriously putting the cart before the horse, bro. And if you're really worried about like the watch parties,
don't go
to the watch party.
When he said watch party, I was like,
I feel sad.
No, I seriously thought, I was like, do I not understand English? Like I literally did. I know he was speaking, but he wasn't saying anything. Like I was so confused. It's really like, it's a case study. It's one of the biggest fumbles like of the century. It's shocking to me. And we were just remarking last week, it's like, we all love West. Even the New York Times love West. And we were like, but why? And I remember saying like, when he was saying he's still like texting other people, like I hate that shit. Just like be with one person. Like why is that a big deal? And it really, that was clearly like a microcosm of what was really going on.
Yeah.
And like I hate.
Yeah, and I think we all liked Wes, and it was just like Jesse Solomon was saying, and he wasn't saying it about Wes, but when Andy was like, why do you think you had a harder time coming into the house and with the viewers, people really didn't like love him until a few episodes in, and it was because Jesse's just like out here on his own, like standing on his own personality by himself, and he has a really good and big personality, but not even as good and big as Wes. Plus, Wes attached himself to someone who is really beloved in the house and among the cast members. So, of course, we like Wes too. Yeah. I like Sierra. I like her man.
Yeah, no, I love Jesse Solomon.
He's making Sierra happy. We're seeing a side of Sierra that we haven't seen in so long, especially after the heartbreak of Austin. Like, redemption.
Agreed.
But we didn't realize, like, we like Wes because we like Sierra. So now when Sierra doesn't like you, we don't like you.
Yeah. No, and I just loved Paige in that moment.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to verbalize exactly like when you're so upset and like your emotions take over, but she was probably there for all of it.
Right. And also like, I don't think Sierra, like she said, she didn't want him to see her cry. Like, I don't think she wants to give him, like some people, they think the more you cry and like the more you sling accusations and like, you know, are sad, that's winning. And people feel that way. But like Sierra is the type strength. She like sees strength as being victorious and like, I'm not going to give him like all of my sadness and let him know how much I care. But Paige knows, and like Paige will say it, but it isn't a reflection on like Sierra. And I thought the two of them just like, we needed the facts from Paige and the feelings from Sierra. And like, I got the picture. And Wes, like seriously, don't come back next summer.
No. And I think it goes without saying that the universal Queenie of the Week is Sierra.
Yeah.
Like that little monologue was it was empowering. It was like a
Kyle
Rosie the Riveter. Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Kyle crying. Was he crying or did he like have an itch in his eye?
I think he was tearing.
They cut to him twice, like going like this.
I think he was tearing. It was emotional.
You know what? Because, you know, I like absolutely loathe Kyle Cook with the intensity of 10,000 Suns. Like he's on my list of enemies, 2 people.
Right. Well, you have to take all that stuff out of it too and just recapping the
show.
But
I can't watch the show. Even if he does something on the show that like is objectively funny, like I personally can't see it because I'm blinded by hatred, like deep hatred.
From a Spritz stuff? Or
of course.
Okay.
Not even Spritz stuff. Calling my husband shady. Like seriously, till the day I die, I will despise you. Why did I start talking about
crying.
That? Oh, right. So I just see everything he does for like who he really is, which is a piece of shit. And so I see through everything. Like he's not funny. He's not friendly. Like he's an ass. So I don't think he was crying. I don't think he's really capable of like genuine emotion.
Oh, interesting. Also,
that's not about him.
Got it. Starting off the episode about the mullet and like whether or not we're going to cut it. Like, are you fucking serious?
How low is the bar for entertainment? Like,
no, and it's like, we have a season here. Like, can you stop?
No, it's true. And like, we have a season here due in no part to Kyle Cook. So like, why are we starting with Kyle, making him the star? It's not about him. It's about Lindsay. It's about Sierra.
I could care less if he cuts his mullet off or not. Like, seriously, I don't care.
Don't care. But you're right. That point, that's like harks back to what you were talking about, like the true unbridled favoritism from Andy in these shows like Vanderpump Rules, Southern Charm that have blended casts.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
It is.
And are we doing Weenie Wes?
Claudia.
Yeah.
Of course. There's like,
by the way, it's the 4 W's. It's the 3 W's. Weenie Wes watch party.
Of the week.
Weenie Week Wes watch party.
The watch party. Oh my God. It was
painful.
A train wreck for him.
And I'm so looking forward to part 2.
Yeah, me as well. And I guess that's everything from the
And that's what you missed on Glee.
It was a train wreck. Like,
I loved every minute of it. Like, seriously, it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. When Paige and Lizzie are the thing, or Sierra too. No, okay. I don't know who's tied for first, but.
Of what, your favorites?
Who slayed
the reunion.
The hardest at the reunion. But when Paige said, "You're writing in our group chat, this is the highest rated season. The viewers are loving it." Like, in that moment, I think it really put into perspective how obsessed Wes was with what people thought of him. Now, it's as reality starts, it's normal to have a healthy dose of concern about how you look, and you definitely act a certain way. But he's making decisions in his real life based on that. He's obsessed watching the ratings. Like, okay.
No, and she said, like, 2 people's lives are falling apart, and like you're giddy over it.
Rest in peace to West after that.
Like, where does West go from here? Because how can he? I feel like he'll come back to the house because like the producers will want him because it will be like him and Sierra.
If he doesn't come back, it'll be because he doesn't want to. Like, he seriously got so much hate.
But he wants to. Like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. He was in the New York Times.
But he only wanted was the love. And by the way, up until now, it's been the best thing that's ever happened to him. Yes.
Yeah, but
starting today.
Yeah. I didn't even see like what people are saying. What are people saying? Hate.
Loser.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how he's going to come into the house. Like, the girls are going to hate him on behalf of Sierra, and they told him that they would hate him. Maybe I guess he has Jesse. He's going to come back. He's not like he's got the bug.
I can't wait for part 2. Like, truly.
Like, the fact that he couldn't hide it better, his excitement for like everyone's excited.
Tell your brother or whatever. Like,
yeah. No, and I forget the word that she used, but it spoke to like a lack of spatial awareness, like not reading the room, like not being emotionally intelligent.
Like, this is our real life in addition to a reality show. For you, it's like this part you're playing.
Yeah,
loved it. Mm-hmm. That's a wrap on Toast Content Week. I have enjoyed every minute.
Yeah, me too.
I'll miss you so much, but we'll be together really soon.
Yeah, very soon.
So you guys, thank you so much for listening to the Toast the Monday Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We are also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. Wherever you listen to podcasts, find us, The Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, and about how wickedly talented we are. Have an amazing day, an amazing weekend, and we will see you tomorrow on Monday. Bye.
Love ya. Bye.